And, it's
Hello,
always
this is
never admit
Mike,
wrongdoing. It's always gone on the
NoStressMike.com,
attack. So
and
we will see that, and
I've
it's going to
I
happen
find
more
it
and more.
so
And that's,
hilarious.
we have to know that and
This
sort
is
of,
NPR,
I think we can write about it.
National
I think we
Public
can
Radio.
take it on.
It's
But
funded
again, as Brian says, it's not
by
our
our
role to
tax
persuade.
dollars,
It's our role to tell the
and they have the
story.
nerve
So it's going to
to
be,
get
it's
on
going to
here
be very challenging
and they
times. I will say
say
that despite
their
all the
job is
attention
to
on
report
social media, and
the
Brian's absolutely
realities,
right about how we live in a different media
and
sphere now, I do think
they
that the televised
cut down
aspect of seeing these witnesses or
Fox, and
spokespeople
even Fox isn't even
who are
doing as good
credible
as it used to.
and who have a
But they're
strong
cutting them
background
down because they're
will
all
be very
one-sided.
persuasive for
Yeah,
people.
so
I think that the
I
televised medium is a powerful one, even
I,
if it's
I
cut up
find
into
it.
pieces by social media and we see it in bits and pieces. It's still going to make a huge difference in
They
terms
are
of people
making
hearing
such
it
a
and
weird.
truly getting it for the
They're
first
trying to
time.
We're
make
going to have to take a
something
quick break, and I feel like the
from
public is also
nothing
hearing out. We've been watching hearings for
when it comes to talk. And what they don't see is the reason Trump supporters are Trump supporters is they're seeing that even though they're not happy, they're not happy with everything he's doing, they don't understand he is getting things done. And not only the Democrats are trying to stop it, but the Republicans don't back him. And and he's still getting things done. And now this impeachment stuff, um, I, I I don't really watch and stay up with all this kind of stuff, and the reason is we don't have all the facts, so we can't make any kind of a judgment. This is why we have elections. We're electing people that can get the facts and stand by those facts or stand up against those facts. If they're doing something wrong, they need to stand up and do something about it. And they say, well, we're doing it because the impeachment. Well, we're doing it because okay. They don't understand that to get things done, you have to say things, do things that may not be appropriate for our lifestyle as Americans. And why? I mentioned Americans in general are known as moral people. And moral people you deal with differently than you do with people that, well, they don't have any moral base. I'll put it that way. So, in other words, you can't negotiate with them using the same negotiating tools that you would with somebody that thinks on the same line as you are. And that's what I'm talking about, back to some kind of moral structure. A good example is the China um, trade battles, or whatever you want to call it. Their mentality is a whole lot different than American mentality. Don't forget, I was there. I lived there. I was amongst the people. I just don't go visit the Great Wall. Matter of fact, I didn't even see it. I was with the people, and I saw what happened. And it wasn't in one place. I was all over that country. And I mean, I'd stay a month over here and a month over there, and so I saw a lot. And they aren't moral people. Why? Okay, we're going to go back to a little bit of basics here. The United States, we are a Christian-based nation. And whether you're a Christian or not, you want to bitch and whine about it, it doesn't make any difference. We're still a Christian-based nation. Our laws are based on this. The attitude of our representatives should be that way. That's what makes this country work. If you don't understand, or you hate Christianity, and so then you will get in office and change it. Well, you've already screwed up, because you're supposed to take an oath that for defending the Constitution, which everybody wants now. All these weirdos we have in office want to change the Constitution. The Constitution is for the people. It's not for the government. The Constitution tells the government they don't do things, So, and like I say, in China, everything is the government, because the government is God. That's the one that gives you housing, the one that gives you work, the one that gives you food. It's the government. That's completely opposite in the United States. It's the people. Strong individuals is what made the United States strong. We don't work as a community. We come together as a community. And in China, they are dictated as a community. You have to go along with everybody else. So when you do negotiating, it's a little different. And it's kind of like a policeman. A policeman, there's a difference between law enforcement and police. I've talked about that. A policeman polices. You see someone that, and you get to judge people by the way they act, stuff like that, and you can see that you can talk to them. Maybe you can kind of urge them a little bit to change their ways if they've been doing criminal activities. Okay, law enforcement this is the law. You broke the law, now you go to jail. So that's what I'm saying. So policing is different. And like I say, you would take the person to the side. You might have a group of young guys that are doing bad things. You can take this one to the side and talk to him. Maybe you can talk some sense into him. If not, he will become a criminal and something we're going to have to deal with. But like I say, it's an individual that we're working with. And now law enforcement, they want to jail up all these young guys, and then like I say, now you're putting them with other criminals, and they're learning to be criminals instead of learning how to be good citizens. That's why one of the things I said, I'm kind of for military. So then the military, you're around other young people that want to better their lives. That's why they get to the military. They're going to learn discipline and working with others and all this type of stuff, and in which they're going to kind of learn that as a street gang, but then now we have to deal with them as a street gang. But this is what's going on, and so when I listen to NPR, it's funny. I can just, every time they start talking, I just cannot believe they are no different than what I saw in China. It's most of the stuff that they have on there is socialist, communist type brainwashing, and they say, they said President Trump said he did a good phone call and a perfect phone call. He did really good on that, and then they say, well, who would say something like that? And then they're over there saying, well, they report the reality. So it's a brainwashing type thing, and it's really weird. But anyway, I just thought I'd share my thoughts. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.